Welcome back to Bearcats Mean Business, the official podcast of the University of Cincinnati's Carl H. Lindner College of Business. We're back from winter break. How exciting. My name is Grant Freaking, Manager of College Communications and Marketing at Lindner. Today, I'm joined by Vaishnovi Palaparthy and Megha Pawar, two international students enrolled in Lindner's Master of Information Systems program. I am so excited to learn about their respective journeys to Lindner and their experiences so far. Welcome, Vaishnovi and Megha. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Grant. Thank you so much. I'm Vaishnovi, for people who are listening, and I'm pretty excited for the opportunity of getting to speak about, our admissions and our life here at Lindner. And yeah.
Hi Grant, I'm Megha. To the people who are listening, thank you for having me, and I'm pretty excited to share my experiences at Lindner.
Well, thank you both again for being here. Both of you have fascinating backstories. And Vaishnovi, I want to start with you and your path to Lindner in the Cincinnati, which is more than unique, I would say.
Yeah, mine is a long story. So I was working in India, and I worked as a cloud DevOps engineer back in India at TCS, and everything was going great. And then I got married. So, which is also great, let me just add.
Yeah, to clarify, yes.
Yes. So then basically my husband lives here. So I moved to Cincinnati almost 3 years ago. And ever since I've been in Cincinnati, and I just fell in love with the city. So people think that Cincinnati is like a small city and, how is it going to be? It's not like New York or any big city. What experiences am I going to get? But to everyone listening out there who's probably wanting to apply, I would say that this city brings in so much peace and calmness. It is also a city, but at the same time, it's also a very, very, like a calm, slow place to stay at. And with getting your master's started and everything changing in your life, that sort of calmness is actually very, very important, which you will get over here, I assure you. But on a side note, I love snow because in India we don't get to see snow.
Yeah, you're getting plenty of it right now.
A lot more than I asked for. But yeah, that's pretty exciting. And I fell in love with the city, the culture, the people. The people are so welcoming, they're so warm. And yeah, that's my story.
Yeah, so a little bit of like small town feel, but a lot of big city features here.
Yes,
Yeah.
perfect. Exactly.
Okay. And Megha, what about you?
So my journey to Lindner and Cincinnati has been transformative. I grew up in Mumbai, India, and worked as a research operations analyst at Merkle, where I analyzed market survey data for clients like Nielsen IQ and IRI Worldwide to deliver actionable insights. After gaining valuable professional experience, I realized that I needed to enhance my technical and business skills with a deeper understanding. And Lindner stood out to me with the focus on experiential learning, and Cincinnati's welcoming community and abundant career opportunities made it an easy choice. Since arriving, I have engaged in research, taken on leadership roles like student ambassador, and truly found a second home here.
Megha, what is it specifically about Lindner and the city in general that has made you feel at home specifically after relocating half a globe away?
Yeah, so the sense of community and the opportunities at Lindner were key. The faculty and staff made me feel welcome from day one, and the college's focus on hands-on learning aligned with my career goals. Additionally, Cincinnati's vibrant sports culture, I've attended every football game here of
She did.
Bearcats.
She did.
I think excluding only one because it was very snowy that day.
Okay.
And the thriving art scene and extensive co-op opportunities sparked my interest, making it an ideal place to grow both personally and professionally here.
Awesome. To clarify, football, you mean American football, or are we talking about
American
soccer?
football,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. Just because I know to the rest of the world, football
Yeah.
is actually football
Yeah.
and not American
Yeah,
football.
right.
So yeah, right. And Vaishnovi, what about you? I'm assuming you came to Lindner not just because of location, but also because of some other features.
Yes, obviously, I had everywhere to apply, but I still chose it here. Of course, my home is here, and that weighs in, I agree. But then, so my husband's as well a graduate from University of Cincinnati from the BANA program. And he keeps talking about his experiences and about the faculty and how it transformed his life and, how it made it better, which kind of did convince me into coming here. Other than that, the ranking of Lindner itself is pretty convincing, if I'm being honest. And just being here feels like home right now for me. So, yeah.
Well, I'll have to give your husband a big thank you if I
Yeah.
ever meet him one day. Vaishnovi, I'm sure potential and current Lindner students are interested to know how you've transitioned to Cincinnati. How has your experience been? I know you've been here for 3 years so far, but again, in your experience is a little bit different than Megha, but how has your experience been in the city?
It's been pretty amazing, if I'm being honest. Of course, like just moving across the globe, it's not easy, and the transformation of completely new country, new people, new culture,
New climate as you're experiencing?
new climate, yes. There are all these factors, but then also the people here are very, very nice. Let me add something on a side note. The driving here is very peaceful because I've been to New York,
Oh, wow.
I've been to Miami, and then I decided I'm not going to drive there. Here, like, people are good. And other than that, being in Cincinnati, experiencing, the Oktoberfest and, stuff like that, it makes you still feel like there are things to do. And
Sense of community is kind of what I'm picking up on here.
I wasn't finding the right word, but yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say. Other than that, also for people in India who are listening, I would like to say that don't assume that there are no Indians here or there's no like Indian facilities or like Indian community. Cincinnati is so welcoming that there is a rich Indian community which is well respected, and you'll still get your food, you'll still get your groceries, everything will be good. That's what I want to say.
It's an important everyday life things to know. Megha, what about you?
Yeah, so the transition was smooth. When I attended the orientation with Professor Roki, I can't explain how thankful I was to him that day, because the moment I heard him talk, it felt like we had somebody to fall back to or go to with all our problems. And yeah, he's been that sort of a person with all of us in the MSIS program, and he's the program director. Then also the events that were held in the college, there were too many events going on by the different student clubs and organizations throughout the campus, in TUC, near the rec center. And the strong support from the staff and faculty, and these experiences not only helped me to settle in quickly but also made me feel truly in home here.
Because it's you're not just here for academics, you're here for the rest of your life, or you're not outside the building. So it's great to hear that you've felt that sense of community. Not to say another phrase again, but
I would actually like to add something to what she just said.
Sure, yeah.
In terms of the sense of community. So for me, like, my situation is different. Like, I already live with a person here, so I'm not technically alone. But like most of the people who move here are like they're starting out a new life. If you're joining the graduates program, you're like literally you left off where you were working and you like left everything behind and you've come here to start a new life in the true sense. And it's very easy to get depressed very soon, feel homesick very, very soon, because you're at the end of the day, you're going back home and you're alone. You're not seeing your family as regularly as you would back at your home, wherever you come from. But the college actually takes effort to make sure you don't feel that way. As she said, various cultural, various clubs, various events keep happening so that, the students mix, the students meet each other, and the students, like, they mingle with each other and make good friends so that, these friendships, like, they last for a lifetime is what the college looks at. And of course, speaking about the professors and our godfather, which I would like to say, Professor Roki, he'll definitely, you will never feel alone for a minute. Other than that, there are like services like the CAPS and everything who's there to help you and not make you feel awkward even once. Mm-hmm. So, there are all these things that just, add confidence to your choice of actually coming to UC. And like you'll not even question your decision even for a second. That's how comfortable we feel. Yeah. Let's just put it that way.
Thank you both for sharing that. It's very refreshing to hear. Let's zero in a bit on the MSIS program, if you don't mind, that each of you are enrolled in. Megha, what is it about this program that you felt would not only meet your expectations academically, but also prepare you for the next step of your professional career? I'm assuming you don't want to be in school forever, so what about your professional career?
So the MSIS program at Lindner offers the perfect balance of technical and business skills. Courses like web development with .NET and information technology management are directly aligned with the industry needs. The program's small cohort size fosters close connections and personalized learning, while the one-year format ensures a good return of investment. Additionally, the emphasis on real-world projects, co-op opportunities, and networking has given me the confidence to take on challenging roles in the tech industry.
Awesome. Vaishnovi?
So, of course, I've spoken to people who've studied in the MSIS program before, and I actually do have a couple of friends who graduated from UC. And when I spoke to them about this and about joining masters here and why specifically MSIS, it's because MSIS actually offers a holistic approach to the program, and the way the course is designed and the type of electives we are offered, the type of core subjects we have, everything actually, if you put it together in one plate, it makes like the perfect meal, if I would put it that way. There's enough balance of subject and also professional experience, and most of our professors are adjunct professors here who basically work full time and also come here to teach us, and they have like a lifetime of experience. What can get better than that? Like, they literally speak to us about whatever we are learning, how it's actually used at work every day, which is actually kind of important, because you can only understand so much with books, right? You, at the end, you gotta go out there and work. So they actually help us focus on where we are supposed to be focusing at, looking at, working on, and they are so helpful, so understanding. They'll not judge you no matter what. Like, if you don't know the most basic things, they are still going to take the time out to explain it to you. I myself have experienced that a lot of times, and they don't make you feel because people here come from different backgrounds. Like, she herself came as an analyst previously, and I'm a cloud engineer. Like, there's no relation between these two.
Yeah.
But we are still in the same program, and we're still doing very well. It's because of the way our professors are making sure that we learn. And that is something in Lindner that I am very, very happy about, and I will tell it 100 times to people listening that they need to know that what great stuff is actually happening here. And these are things you don't know until you don't start studying here.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we can promote as much as what you just said in marketing, but until you're
Yes.
actually in the program and experiencing that, that's,
It's like a risk at the end of the day. You're just putting in a lot of your time, your career, like your future career, everything based on this degree. And I understand the type of fear people might have, like, what's going to happen next? Is this the right choice? I should have taken that program probably, or this. But this program actually will give you the comfort that you've made the right choice. That is something I can assure.
Right. And I'm assuming it's very helpful for those professors that you spoke about that have not only the academic experience, but the professional experience. Yes. They can come in fresh off, you talked about having night classes tonight.
Yeah.
They might be coming off, they're teaching at night too. They might be coming off at 5 o'clock, like, hey, listen to what happened to me at this job I work at.
Yeah.
And relaying those sort of issues and real world problems to you.
I would actually add something to the same thing. So we've had professors who work and who are also coming back to teach us. And like, if we actually faced a problem in class, because we do like these in-class lab sessions and activity sessions with real software, and we faced some dead end, they actually tell us what actually happened at their work and how they got over it. And and the way they tell it, it makes us remember how to not do it again. So this is the type of teaching you want to have in your life, right? So yeah.
Excellent. I have more of a bigger picture question for the both of you, and I'll start with you, Vaishnovi. How would you differentiate information systems from similar but different areas of study? I think people outside of, you're in the program, I do marketing for the program as well as many others, but maybe confuse it with BANA or some other similar programs here at UC or elsewhere. How would you differentiate IS?
So as I said, IS is IS. It's going to be mine forever. But so my husband did it from BANA, and I'm doing IS. We chose different programs, even though I knew what he studied. It would be very easy for me to just get his help and study and get through, but then I specifically chose this program on my own and not wanting to get into that. It's because as I just answered as well, that this program gives a completely different approach. There is analytics, and it's very easy to get confused between BANA and IS. The way the courses are designed, we have a lot of similar subjects. We mostly in our class as well, we have BANA students sitting with us. That's the amount of similarity we share. But also we are different at the same time, because we do other subjects as well, which are at this point of time in market have a lot of demand, and that's how adaptive this course has been. So what I would like to say about how is it different but also same but also different kind of a thing is basically it can look lucrative to get confused like BANA, IS or MBA and stuff like that, but this program offers like a good amount of knowledge in terms of books, I would say. I don't know how to put it, but like in-class knowledge, but also
yeah.
real-world practical experience. Like we are preparing in future, and we are not sure what type of job roles we are looking at, but we are prepared to be analysts if we get an analyst role. We are prepared to be a data engineer if we get a data engineer role. We're also prepared to be a web developer role. Get a web developer role,
Yeah.
So that's how the program is getting us ready. Like there are multiple roles that we can adapt ourselves to because of the type of courses we've chosen and the type of courses that they offer.
All right.
So we're not like, directed into one direction to study just this. So yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it's not too rigid. Megha, how would you classify IS?
So as Vaishnovi said, yes, it's very easy to get confused between BANA, IS and all. But IS has more of a technical focus too, with respect, like that is the differentiating point between BANA and IS. We have a little more technical edge over them. Yes, it has prepared us for various roles like data engineer or maybe front end web developer or maybe mobile app developers, because we have done subjects like XML and web services, etc. Yes, we do have similar courses with them such as data wrangling and etc. But yeah, it is similar but still different with the approach that we have. They do more of case studies. We do have a subject which had case study, but we are more sort of hands-on experience with like projects and everything.
Yeah. As she said, the type of projects that we are doing, like in the previous semester, we've been done with one semester. So we've already built a website, fully functioning website. We've hosted a website. We've at the same time we have also done system analysis projects in which we are literally seeing the skeletal structure of a particular process or something. We've also done like statistical computing projects of like, that's a subject that I took. That's a subject that Megha didn't take actually. She's taken data wrangling and I took stat comp, and I've created HTML pages and websites, but we've also done core Python and coding. So that's what I'm trying to put out here, that you get a lot of experience, and the type of projects that we actually get to do, it just brings so much more experience to the table that it's something that you don't want to forget.
Now, what recommendations, and Megha, I'll start with you, would you have for fellow international students who may be considering the Lindner College of Business, whether it's fellow students from India or anywhere? What sort of priority should they take, and then also how would Lindner factor into those priorities?
So my advice to them will be to embrace every opportunity, engage with the community, participate in the networking events. Like Lindner hosts a lot of networking events like data science symposium, we have career fairs, now we have a OBAIS night wherein we'll have various companies and we can engage with them. We have Friday seminars which are done by Professor Roki, and that is especially only for the MSIS cohort. So yeah, and don't hesitate to seek help when needed. The faculty, staff, students, alumni, everybody are incredibly supportive, and most importantly, stay curious and open to new experiences. It will make your journey even more exciting.
Okay, so my recommendations to people who are going to apply firstly would be, of course, check out the curriculum, check out the website, see how everything's going. That's like the most basic thing. So when it comes to curriculum, there are a lot of options for our electives actually. It's just, you can keep scrolling and then they just keep coming, because that's the type of offering we get from college. I would like to say that don't assume that probably this subject is not something that I have been working on, so it doesn't align with my work experience or something. I would actually motivate them to take the new subject. It will give them more experience, and the faculty here, I can assure you, are going to make sure that you learn. There's a lot of encouragement here for making sure that we learn something out of what we are doing, because that's basically the core point of doing your master's. And don't try to judge based on the city or it being a small city, because I understand the excitement, like you're moving to US, so you want to live here, you want to live there. Don't do that. Like I get it, but I would definitely tell that the type of course and the type of curriculum is something that will really, really help people no matter what background you're coming from. So that would be my number one recommendation. to make sure that don't even think about is it gonna be good. I'll assure you that it's gonna be good. That is one thing. And for the people who've already applied and like are gonna come in for the summer or for fall, my recommendation for them would be something similar to what Megha said. There are so many events happening in terms of academic and non-academic. Focusing on the academic part for now, there's like so much professional experience that you get to interact with. And as she said, Professor Roki, he arranges Friday seminars and stuff like that, in which there are like real working people who are taking the time out to come and speak to us and to, you know, show us how it's going to be in real world and how they are going to, how their needs and our needs actually coincide, basically. Right. So what I would say to the people who already applied is be excited, make sure you mingle, make sure you go to these events, make sure you network, which is Professor Roki's favorite word, networking. So make sure you network and don't try to limit your opportunities on your own, because there's a lot to offer here, and grab every opportunity you get.
My thanks to Vaishnovi Palaparthy and Megha Pawar for sharing their experiences today on Bearcats Mean Business. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing or leaving a 5-star review for Bearcats Mean Business on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Attention UC undergrads, if you are interested in learning more about the highly ranked graduate programs at the Lindner College of Business, be sure to attend the Lindner Graduate Program Showcase, being held Thursday, February 13th from 4 to 6 p.m. at Lindner Hall. Attendees will hear from current students, have access to personalized guidance from Lindner's graduate programs team, and receive free food and swag. Seats are limited, so click the link in this episode's description to register. Thanks for tuning in. Go Bearcats.
Go Bearcats!